about millennials.
Yeah.
Katlego,
Yeah.
this brings me to you now. You have a full-time job and a side hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you juggle between your 9 to 5 and your 5 to 9?
Yeah, I think the one thing to understand is the why, right? Before I kind of explain what it is that I do, obviously having a full-time job and a side hustle, but the reason why I do it, right, is actually what helps me find that balance, right? So just to take a little bit of a step back, so I'm a product of teenage parents, right, who were youth at the time, right? My mom was 15 turning 16, dad 17 turning 18, right? And they obviously come from like a rural village. They have this yellowbone kid out in a remote village in South Africa, right? But that challenge in their life, I mean, I guess, I mean, I wasn't planned, but I mean, it was a bit challenging to raise a kid as kids, right? But they were young, and then they managed to kind of soldier through it, and actually watching them building up from the ground up. Like, I mean, I watched my dad, what's this? He was a cement mixer guy. Then he worked at SAB. Then he used that money to fund for his law degree. Then he started, growing his career from there, and that kind of motivated me to realize that, sometimes in life you have to kind of be and do a little bit more than just the normal, right? So obviously when I got into the workspace, for me, it was like, okay, cool. Yes, I'm not the 15, 16-year-old mom and dad, but I am a young individual, but I'm in a even more privileged position, right? Because now I have a job that's paying me pretty decently. I mean, it's payday next week, but it's paying me pretty decently. But at the same time, the story doesn't become a happy ever after if it just ends with me. So I thought, like, okay, cool. What is it extra that I can do to also try and build something that I can also share with other people? The same way, yes, my parents were only able to share their little bit of success with me and my siblings, but how can I do a little bit more and kind of extend that, So which kind of brought me into, thinking of an idea of like actually writing a book and, self-publishing it, building a business around that, and actually just, I guess that why is what motivates me in keeping that balance, being able to, wake up sometimes. I mean, right now we have challenges like load shedding, so sometimes, yes, it's called a 5 to 9, but maybe at 5 to 9, it's load shedding, right? Which means I have to wake up at midnight and do what I need to do. But because I have that motivation and like, I guess that purpose and reason to do it, it's not so difficult. Yeah, I complain about it, but I do it anyway.
Talking about